that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Hello and welcome to the number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. My name's Dylan Blight. Joining me, as always, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, I'm excited to be here recording with you now that you've finally calmed down after the Game Awards.
I gotta be honest, for anyone who hasn't listened to our Game Awards arcade couch, I listened back to some in the morning, and no matter what point I skipped ahead, like I'd skip ahead a couple of minutes, it would somehow land on a clip of me just drunkenly yelling fuck at the top of my lungs. So I don't know.
For an hour and a half, it was crazy.
I mean, no regrets, but I just thought it was crazy. No matter where I skipped to, somehow it was just always landing on me yelling. So yeah, if you don't listen to that podcast usually, but want to hear me yell for a while,
yeah, that's
the one. It's it was skimming back through it. It's definitely a podcast, that's for sure. Definitely a podcast. All right, final episode of Platinum Explosion for 2023. I'm really disappointed about something, which is I went to look up. I was like, surely they've got that when's that My PlayStation thing wrap, thing they do? Turns out it's probably going to drop on like the 27th or something. That's way too late. Doesn't help me.
Yep.
You know the stats one they usually do? That one? Come on. Doesn't help me today.
Yeah, then, waiting till later in the month, close to December. Or maybe they'll do it start of next year. Because unlike these other services, they December matters.
Yeah, true.
To them,
But then I'm always like, do they count the last, like, does Spotify and Apple Music, like, and all these other ones, do they count December? No, okay.
No, because then everybody's Spotify playlist or end of year stuff
songs?
would be full of Christmas songs. They never are, so.
Really, it's just 11 out of 12 months wrapped.
Depends on how early they do. Is it 10.5? Because the Spotify one's done so early that they're not counting those extra weeks as well. So
I mean, I get it to a degree. Like my Apple one, right?
Surely it couldn't be that hard to like have it constantly
updated
up to date.
No, you wouldn't.
Like
you wouldn't
the fantastic movie and TV service tracks. It's constantly kept up to date.
But we don't look at ours throughout the year. It's the whole point. So. I don't. Do you?
Occasionally, especially recently, where it's like, what have I watched this year?
True.
I just jump to it.
No, like I go through my history. I don't look at the numbers though. Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I get it sort of for music to a degree because, like having access to a playlist. It's like here's the stuff you like the most this year, and then I just listen to that for a month. So then. It wouldn't change my most listened to stuff, I guess. I don't know. You're just like, oh, that's a nice playlist. Good playlist, that. Anyway, PlayStation. So this year, how would you rate PlayStation out of 10 this year?
I mean, probably like an 8.
Yeah.
I mean, they only had the one big first-party release in Spider-Man 2, but obviously it performed incredibly. And weirdly, they've released like 6 different hardware stuff, including all the headphones and everything. So, they might not have had a lot on the games front, but on every other front, they've had a lot of stuff for people to buy. And obviously, they had a bunch of great first-party deals, or third-party deals to, Final Fantasy, despite what you think of the game, obviously did well as a PlayStation exclusive and that kind of stuff. So I think, they did pretty solid. In every way except releasing information about what's coming next.
I reckon I'll go 6. Like a solid okay. We have one Spider-Man, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to look at the bigger picture, I can be like, yeah, we had like The Last of Us and stuff. I don't know if that counts. Sure.
Yeah, The Last of Us Part 1.
The Last of Us Part 1. We had some other exclusive stuff that wasn't PlayStation, but like exclusive stuff that landed on the platform. But outside of that, there wasn't much going on.
There was Forbidden West DLC.
Yep.
Burning Shores came out this year, which seems to be something they're looking to doing more of for going forward.
Like in that same slot, yeah. So like, I just think it's a very solid year. But then when I look at the a very okay year. But then when I look at the like games wise, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. But then like decent. But then when I look at the business side, I just feel like it's just a bit of a mess with what's been going on there. Obviously, with the head sitting, old Uncle Jim sitting down.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, he had his going away party this last week.
Yeah. They announced 30 different subscription games, cancelled half of them. I just don't feel like...
Delayed.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so I would go a solid 6. Yeah, it's okay.
They released PSVR 2 this year?
That was this year?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I'm pretty sure. Because the Horizon VR game.
True, good point. Year, yeah, that was this year. And that tells you everything.
They just released the PS Portal in America, selling out everywhere.
How's that help me?
I mean, it doesn't help you, but it's like shows the business side of PlayStation.
I think apparently the best hardware thing they've released. Best hardware thing they've released, probably the accessibility controller, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it does nothing for us, but...
It does nothing for us. Apparently, the people who have used it like it. Yeah, even though other people who need accessibility tools are like, what the fuck is this? So, I mean, it's hard to judge.
Yeah. All right. Let's start on the first story I want to talk about. Is a personal one. Alan Wake 2. A game that is very good. I very much enjoy it. So I've been playing for this game the last couple of weeks. I played a lot of it last week. Finished it.
Yes,
anyway, without really trying too hard, I nearly platinumed the game. But in fact, I would have got the platinum. It has a glitch trophy.
Oh, really? This many weeks after launch?
So apparently it was fine, and then the last patch they did for the game, it glitched it, and then in the upcoming patch, which is adding New Game Plus in a day or two, whatever that is, or no, it should be out by the time you listen to this. That patch should fix it again. So, but I gotta tell you, I remember I had all these plans to do a stream for my 400th platinum. There was a stage here where I was like, I think I'm just gonna get the platinum. I didn't plan to. Like I didn't set out like.
So you still might. There's still the chance that you might stream your play.
Well, turn the game on and it like just pops the trophy, like
turn the stream off.
You download the patch because maybe because I gotta be honest, like if like I really like this game, so having this fall into 400, I'm no complaints about that.
I didn't realize you were currently stuck on $3.99.
Yeah, I have been for a while, so I just haven't done anything. So basically, yeah, because I'm playing the game, right? And I'm just, I'm enjoying the game. I'm spending my time. I'm grabbing all the collectibles I can as I go, doing all these sorts of things. And I reached a point where I'm like, fuck, I feel like I've nearly got all the collectibles. And then I quickly Google, like, how do you find the remaining collectibles? And there was a story about, like, oh, hey, you can go to this place and, like, you can buy this thing or get this character upgrade, basically, depending on which character you're playing as. They'll, like, help you find the remainder. And then I'm like, fucking hell. Like, I only need, like, 10, like, out of how many. I'm like, cool. So I do all that thinking I'll be fine for the trophies. Turns out the one I don't have is technically missable, but it's these 5 commercials that play on TVs. Now, I didn't miss it. It glitched. Now, the reason it glitched is because I got, like, I'm at the end of the game. It says I got 5 out of 6, on the trophy thing where it tells you, like, you can highlight or whatever. I'm like, oh, damn, like, maybe I missed one. Maybe in one of the missable ones I missed. Maybe I'll read a list, a guide, tell me where it is. And then I go through and I'm like, wait, hold on. The one I'm missing is listed as, because you can go into like the character thing and find out which of the commercials you've listed, sort of thing. And they're like, the one I'm missing, the one that says I don't have in this guide says it's unmissable. So I was like, hold the fuck on. So then I go to Reddit and discover all these people saying that no, after the last patch, the week before or whatever, it basically glitched out this one commercial, which it is unmissable. You walk out of this room at some stage, it's playing, like you can't, and it just automatically adds it to your like thing to say you've watched it. But yeah, the glitch, it fucked it. Or else I would have finished the game and I would have got the trophy for beating the game and popped the platinum at the same time. Because when I got to the point of no return in the game and I realized I only had like a few collectibles to clean up, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to run around and grab all the remaining ones before I do the final act of the game. So Alan Wake 2 will be my 400 platinum. That's how that is. Now I'm hoping there's two ways this goes. The patch comes out this week, and I can just turn the game on, and they've done like some other games have where it's like in the background, the game data knows you should have it. So the patch just fix it and the trophy should pop automatically. Or they're like, sorry, you'll have to replay the game up until that one part. At which point I might wait until doing it until early in the new year, because if they add trophies for the New Game Plus run, I may want to do that as well. And then I could just get the platinum when I got up to that one point. So, but currently, as I'm recording, there's no trophies for the New Game Plus being added to the list. But I'm hoping there will be, and I'll be happy to do it. Especially because New Game Plus is apparently adding a new ending to the game. So,
yeah, is that something you'd want to do after just finishing the game?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, give it to me again.
Pretty much, yeah. It's such a ride, Ash. You don't know. You just don't. This game's just, it's great. So
I might like watch a playthrough maybe just to get a gist of it. So.
Yeah, it's just, it is something. I think it's really good. So also for you, just, I know you asked this like a couch weeks ago or whatever, like how I was playing it. I ended up basically just interchanging. Once I like could start swapping between characters whenever I want, I just started doing like chapter, because it clearly says when you finish a chapter, it comes up and it's like end of chapter and like a song starts playing and whatever. So as soon as I finished as one character chapter, I'd just swap both of one. So I just kept interchanging. So they were like sort of even right up to the end of the game. Because if you could play all as Alan Wake if you want, but then it just means you would have like a bunch of Saga to play in a row, or vice versa. So I feel like I was like doing it, like changing in and out sort of made the pacing of the game better. But 400 platinum. But warning, if you're currently playing that, and I mean, look, I saw some people in the forum on PSN profiles, and like this is the thing, as much as I like trophies, people have been like, oh, I hope they fix it. I really want to play the game, but it means I can't play it anymore. I'm like if you like the game that much, and this is stopping you from playing past this point, which the missable one, the glitched one is relatively early in the game. It's like, I don't know, 3-4 hours in. I'm like, come on, just honestly, who cares? Like, if you like it that much, you're probably going to want to play it again or do New Game Plus anyway. So just chill out. All right, let's do some news. So firstly, got this article from Push Square where it says Marvel Spider-Man 2 fans miffed after apparent snubbing at Game Awards. So they say Marvel Spider-Man 2 is one of the biggest games of the year, and we're big fans. Push Square. I mean, we're fans too, but they're big fans. Even if that didn't stray enough from the established Insomniac formula for our taste, still seems we weren't the only ones surprised to find that despite being nominated in 7 separate categories, Sony's latest platform, PlayStation exclusive, didn't bag a single statue at the Game Awards. Getting the nomination of for Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Audio Design, Best Performance, Innovation and Accessibility, and Best Action/Adventure Game. Spidey came up short in every category. And people have been taking to Twitter and Reddit, which they share in the article here. And I've seen some ones that aren't even listed in this article on my own Twitter feed throughout the last few, 48, 72 hours of people like weirdly doing a lot of comparisons between this and Baldur's Gate and complaining, like doing this, like where they cut together gameplay of Spider-Man and then cut together gameplay of Baldur's Gate and be like, look how much better it is. How did it fucking lose?
Yeah, the thing that annoyed me is like they use a massive, like near the end of the game version of, major
it's
part
like
of the game,
all the Venom powers and
all
shit,
the Venom powers, and then they cut like the most basic fight from the very start
the
of Baldur's
first
Gate.
mission of Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the very start before you get to the first town. Yeah. Fucking dumb. So yeah, how do you feel about this in my opinion overreaction by PlayStation fanboys to the game losing?
I don't even think it's like a PlayStation fanboys thing. I think it's like probably like a Marvel most popular franchise should be the thing that wins thing. Like it's funny that this kind of follows on from the Hogwarts Legacy complainers. Like it's the same sort of idea of like all these people who love this franchise love playing this game, so they think it's the best thing and should win all the awards. So yeah, I mean, and it clearly sold the most this year. Like it got to the most people, whereas Baldur's Gate is a little bit more niche, I guess. But
people like posting like, who's even heard of this game?
But yeah, I think today my favorite, someone posted like a video of like all these different ways people have done one of the Goblin Camp missions.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that one too. Yeah,
which was like 60 different ways that people have tackled that problem, and like there's like nothing like that in Spider-Man, so it's completely different. It is difficult to like go, is this game that's fully action packed and like tells a short narrative story, how do you compare that to this thing that's turn based, isometrics, heavily player choice, lots of exploration and that kind of stuff. It's like comparing a painting to a modern art piece, I guess.
Yeah,
so it's very hard to compare. They're completely different genres and everything, but we have to because they're in the same medium, and Jeff Keighley demands it.
Yeah, I also find it very weird that like, I don't know, maybe it's just again like we're talking about the Game Awards, which again, if you go listen to me on Arcade Couch, the awards mean nothing in this show, so I don't know why people are getting so upset. But the whole idea of an award show is like if you're at least nominated, that's prestigious enough. Like out of the hundreds and hundreds of games, here are the best of the best. We have to pick one winner though, so it's still like you're in there sort of thing. Funny what you said about Hogwarts, by the way. I saw this come up before. The top 10 most Google searched games for the year. Number 1, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yep.
No one remembers it, but it was the most Google searched.
I mean, I'm sure people remember it, but
have you seen this list?
No, I haven't.
All right, number 2, The Last of Us.
Not surprising.
Number 3, Connections.
What?
I don't know either, but it's in their video games category. Number 4.
Wait, how do you spell the Connections?
Connections. Connections. So I don't know if you want to type Connections Gaming or something. Number 4, Battlegrounds Mobile India. And these are search terms, don't forget, to a degree, I guess. I don't know if that just mean like India, like server or something. What'd you find for Connections game?
Connections is a 2023 Word video game developed and published by the New York Times. It was released on PC in June. It's the second most played game behind Wordle. Other games produced by the Times.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Wait till I met you loser. Of course, I've heard that second most played game. What are you talking about? Number 5, Starfield.
Wow.
Number 6, Baldur's Gate 3. No one's ever heard of it though.
No one's ever heard of it. Only 6th highest video game searched for the year.
Most search games,
because nobody's heard of it. That's why they keep searching for it.
Number 7, the Suka game, which I believe is the watermelon game. That one that was super popular with streamers, and then recently got released and VTubers and shit like that, and then recently got released on Switch, I think. Number 8, Diablo 4. Number 9, Atomic Heart, which came out last year, right? Though that's something insane. I swear.
No, it came out this year.
And did it? Holy fuck! And number 10, Sons of the Forest. So there's your topmost search thing. Shout out to something else as well. Number 1 most searched TV show of the year, Last of Us.
Unsurprising, but also impressive because I guess it had a head start. It came out first. Most people have been searching it all year, but still impressive. Number
5 most searched actor of the year, Pedro Pascal. Basically,
also not surprising, seeing he's in pretty much everything. He's in everything and rumored to be in everything.
True. Good point. All right, out of that, where was I? Back to stuff. We talked about that. All right, a couple of news stories I wanted to run over from the Game Awards, of course, the thing we keep mentioning over. The few PlayStation stories that come out of that show. So, firstly, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC was announced. It's coming out. It's out by the time we listen to this. On PlayStation Blog, they write the free content features an unraveling and replayable adventure of unique twists inspired by roguelike genre. As of November 19th, God of War Rangrok has sold through more than 50 million units worldwide across PS4 and PS5. To show our appreciation for the incredible support and love you've given the game since its release last year, our team has been working on a surprise for the God of War community. As fans of our fans, we're thrilled to announce that on December 12th, we'll be releasing a free DLC as a gift to our players. Journey to Valhalla. That's out now. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla will be an epilogue to the event of God of War Ragnarok that follows Kratos on a deeply personal and reflective journey. Set after the decisive battle against Odin and Atreus' departure, Kratos has seen a path for himself that he never thought possible before. Brought to the mysterious shores of Valhalla, accompanied only by Mimir, Kratos will enter its unknown depths to overcome trials within himself and face echoes of the past. The blah 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 combat something each blah blah. It's a roguelike. You play, you die, you upgrade shit. So how do you feel about this? It's free DLC, so there's not much to complain about. But how do you feel about them doing an epilogue, but the epilogue is done through a roguelike genre? I guess is the question.
I'm okay with it if that's what they want to do. I mean, they put out a good product already, so I mean, it's just a matter of trust, I think, more than anything else. But yeah, I'm keen to check it out and hear what it actually is. I think, like you discussed on the episode of Arcade Couch, am I going to jump in? I'm not sure because, the combat's going to be super advanced and we haven't played it in 12 months. So, that's a major hurdle. But yeah, I'll probably reinstall it and give it a go just to see how it kicks off at least. It'll be interesting, what happens to your companion that you're with? If it's just Kratos and Mimir, I guess. I'm just going to wait outside while you have this really important emotional journey.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It says here God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is a separate experience from God of War Ragnarok. So you don't need to worry about going in without certain upgrades, equipment, story progress. However, if you're concerned about narrative or gameplay spoilers, we do recommend that you finish God of War Ragnarok first, etc. etc. I reckon you boot it up from the menu.
The way that's described implies that that I hadn't thought of that. I thought it'd be just you have to come to this place on the map and then you come in.
No, so did I. But they say that everyone. So it says that you don't need to worry about upgrades because they give you a fully upgraded Kratos because it's roguelike, and then it's just you picking from there. I reckon you're booting this up from the menu.
That makes sense. Also, watching the way you booted up Legends on Ghost of Tsushima or
exactly
Left Behind in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I'm keen to try it. I want to give it a go. I'm hoping that the one saving grace for this would be to put my fears to ease. Would be okay. You jump into it, it eases you in. You know, those first few enemies, those first few sections or whatever.
Yeah,
they understand that, especially if you're booting it up off the menu and not from the game. They're like, hey, we're just going to treat this like, you're not a pro. Sort of thing. Or they do say that you'll have different difficulty levels you can pick, and like you get better rewards or experience, I guess, to help level up your Kratos in the thing. If you pick a harder difficulty, so I guess worst case to worst, just pick easy for your first runs. See how you go. Maybe then up it to normal after that, at least. So it doesn't take you forever to beat it. I also hope it's not super super long, and I wouldn't expect it because it's free DLC, but. We'll see. Play that over the. I guess we'll talk about that next year. We'll definitely play it by then.
Yeah, I guess so.
A month away. And the only other big thing that came out of the Game Awards was the announcement that Rise of Ronin has a release date. PS5 exclusive game coming March 22nd. So over on the PlayStation blog again. From Fumihiko Yasada, director and president of Team Ninja, writes, "We're pleased to introduce a brand new gameplay trailer for Rise of Ronin and to confirm that the game will be releasing on March 22nd, 2024, with pre-orders available this week. We've been hard at work since we announced this title in September last year, spurred by the excitement that our players have voiced since then. As a title, Rise of Ronin features a historical setting quintessential to Koei Tecmo, while brimming with Team Ninja's own brand of action combat. Throughout creating our biggest game to date, we've been working alongside the team at SIE to create an experience that allows players to fully embody a Ronin during the closing days of Tokugawa Shogunate. Japan at the end of 19th century was characterized by the fall of the Tokugawa Shogunate. A period of repression and stagnation is a time when innovators like Ryoma Sakamoto and Shoin Yoshida sought to modernize the country. The game's Ronin protagonists will find that their destiny linked to these characters, some of whom you saw in the trailer, in several different ways. Your choices will shape your character, who they align with or clashes with story characters and their factions. You'll explore the vast world of a late Edo period Japan by horse and glider, while battling foes using a wide range of weapons and equipment. Blah, 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 blah. What do you think of the newest trailer for this? Do you reckon this is going to be? Do you reckon this can live up to and be a big hit for Sony? Or Sony and it's not a Sony game, but an exclusive for them coming early in 2024.
I mean, the potential's there. Obviously, it's kind of hitting a spot where I don't think I think February is the month that everybody's complaining about.
February is the current.
There's so much that Paul James is constantly complaining about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's got a good spot at the moment. Obviously, there's a player base amongst the PlayStation players who want a Ghost of Tsushima-like, I guess. So if this scratches a similar kind of itch, obviously, similar kind of idea. So, yeah, I think the potential's there for it to be very good. And, from what we've seen from the trailers and the footage, and, obviously it's a good team and that kind of stuff, there's a lot there to be optimistic about. So, yeah, I'm keen.
You're keen still? You don't reckon you're haven't been turned off? I mean, we've talked about before how, I don't know, does it look too Souls-like and all this stuff? But, I mean, it just looks like an action game to me, especially in the most recent trailer. It just looks like an action game. So, and from leaks and stuff that came out in the middle of the year, they did talk about difficulty settings and shit like that. So it's just an action game. So I'm very keen though. Obviously, samurais are all the rage right now. So, all right, that'll do it for the very last Platinum Explosion of 2023. I got to be completely honest. I expected this last episode to be talking about and breaking down a Death Stranding 2 trailer. I was fully prepared for that to be the plan. I was 110% sure that was the plan. I was if you wouldn't have heard an ounce of doubt in my voice if you had asked me. I was like, well, we'll record.
Do you want to talk about the new
Final
Final Fantasy VII trailer?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, actually. I don't know if I watched it during the music, but I didn't go back and watch the one they fully released.
Yeah,
I'm sure it looks good. I'm keen for the game.
It does.
I'm sick of trailers.
A bunch of characters.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like at a certain stage, these Final Fantasy trailers, it's people like me going, hey, there's that scene from the game I know, but completely different. That doesn't make sense. And then people like you going, I don't understand what's happening.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
You're like, there's the characters stuff. And then people who know the story go, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense because that character wasn't there. No. That person should be dead. And then, so.
So, yeah. I mean, it's 2 months away, surprisingly.
Crazy.
29th of February. So that means for me and anybody like me, you've got 2 months to play Final Fantasy VII Remake Retrograde.
I still haven't played it either. So that I'm part of the
maybe first
I'm
episode.
So excited for that soon. Yeah, I mean, I might have to make a Christmas break list. I got to be completely honest. I don't know if you saw a code came through for Avatar, right? Well, I don't want to play this, all right? Do I care? Do I give it? Do I ask if anyone else wants to review it? Also, maybe that's my Christmas break. So, people are saying it's pretty mediocre. It's just a typical Ubisoft game. I'm like, that sort of sounds relaxing at the moment, though.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed reasonably split. Some people really enjoyed it. Other people very much disliked it. I think I started a Quality Critics article, but there just hadn't been enough reviews. But I think the highest was a 9. The lowest was a 4.5 from every checkpoint. So,
fucking hell. Yeah, I saw the mixed reviews and I was like, I don't know, who cares about this? But then, so maybe I'll talk about that. Maybe I'll get
December. It's Avatar time.
Maybe that's my 401st platinum because I just do all the collectibles and get all the checkpoints and take down all the outposts and whatever typical Ubisoft shit you do in a game, but as a blue avatar this time.
Yep.
All right, but for, platinum 400 Avatar Alan Wake 2. I should have that by the time we're back on the show.
Okay. Will you stream it? We don't know. We'll see.
No, I won't stream it. They'll just have it. I'll stream something else. I still got that Fast and Furious platinum I want to get. I'll stream that.
Just put a social media video of you getting that plat.
400. I'm like, I can't be fucking streaming. I didn't set out to get it. I'm not fucking streaming 2 minutes. I'll just stream a different. I'll still stream Fast and Furious. And
you just get into a bunch of easy plats and you can do 450 next.
That's true. I would probably have enough. I haven't done enough. So it's very, very true. All right, thank you for joining us this year on Platinum Explosion. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the show. Of course, you can join us on the Discord over at explosionnetwork.com/Discord to head on over to there. If you want to support the show going into 2024, do that by heading to our Ko-fi page, explosionnetwork.com/support. Takes you to our Ko-fi page. That would be fantastic to see. If you want to Zeta, that's explosionnetwork.com/Twitter. And until next year, remember that every trophy counts.